It's fall in the Northwest, which means it's time to start winterizing, moving certain plants off of the patio and either into a dark, cool closet, a garage, or in my case, the greenhouse. And one of the things is my Brugmansia, my angel's trumpet. It has seen better days this year, but we are at the end of the season. But now the leaves are starting to yellow. We don't have the heat to keep it just producing those amazing blooms. This variety is Charles Garibaldi, known for being one of the most fragrant of the Brugmansia. And I can attest, when this baby even has 1 or 2 blossoms on it, in the evenings or in the mornings when you're out on the patio, that is what you smell. It's amazing. Highly recommend you get one. Couple things to note: angel trumpet, Brugmansia, toxic. Don't want the pets or the children to eat it. You don't want to eat it. Probably shouldn't huff the fumes from the blossoms. Touching it, rubbing up against it, never good things. Probably should use gloves. That's my recommendation to you. I, on the other hand, have not had an issue or a reaction to it, and I'm not changing my process at this point. So, but the focus of today's video is propagating it. I want to share this with others. So I am going to propagate it. Propagating an angel's trumpet is incredibly easy. They're one of the most prolific propagators you'll find with ease. You can either propagate in water or propagate in soil. I'm choosing to propagate in water so I can find out which ones thrive and then move them into soil. And I'm doing that because I'm limited in space. This way I can work in a small area, and then just those that root, which my guess is I'll have a high success rate because I just went on about how great they are at propagating, and then I can figure out where I'm going to put them. I'm using a greenhouse. You can propagate, put it on a windowsill, put it in a spare bedroom, anywhere you'd like in your home until the roots develop, and then you can move it into soil. Up pot is needed, bring out in the spring, and just be amazed. Couple things to note. You will have better luck first year blooms if you propagate above the Y. Where the Y is, take your cuttings from above the Y. You'll have a better opportunity to propagate. No, not that you'll have a better opportunity to propagate. You'll more likely get great blooms the first year. If I were to take cuttings from down below in the stalk, they will as well grow roots and grow a plant. They may not, however, bloom the first year. So keep that in mind as you're taking cuttings. I have the luxury. This plant is much larger than what will fit through the doorway of my greenhouse. So I'm going to cut back everything above the Y, and that's where I'm going to start my propagating. I am just using simple canning jars. Why use plastic? You could use plastic solo cups if you had them around, but you know, if we're going to be concerned about the environment and using plastics, well, the canning jar, this can be reused for many years to come for many different reasons. And now, don't tell the wife, but so I waited until she was done canning for the year, and then I just went and swiped the ones that she hadn't used. So hopefully she doesn't find out or have an issue. And I guess if she needs these size canning jars before I'm done with them, then I guess I'm off to the store to get her some more canning jars, but whatever. Simple water. I do recommend that if you are propagating in water, that you fill up your container with water the day before you plan on doing the propagating, so that if you're in an area that has a high chlorine content in your water, it has a chance to evaporate. The propagation will happen much better if you're if it's not full of chlorine. I didn't think ahead, so instead I used filtered water. Active charcoal osmosis filtering system also removes chlorine, so that's what I've that's what I've done this morning. I filled up these with water, and then I let them set out so they come up to room temperature, because I used my refrigerator filtering system and I didn't really think I needed to use cold water. So, all right, so, and then it's just a matter of moving in and taking cuttings. We're going to bring this one right back to here. So we've got quite a few cuttings here. Now there's buds on it. Get rid of the flowers. Get rid of the flowers. I'm going to actually cut that guy off. Then we'll cut this. We'll cut this one here. And I'm going to remove all the leaves, or the majority of the leaves. They're just not needed for the process we're doing. And then I'm going to, this one's long enough, I'm going to cut it in half, so I've got about 2 6-inch ones. And then these bad boys are just going to go into the water so that they can start their process. Here, we'll cut this one here too. And you know what, we'll just stick that in there. Everywhere there's a leaf node, great opportunity for some roots to develop. And really, I'm just filling in, I'm just going to fill up these jars. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fill up these jars. Let's see. We'll cut that one, put it in the jar. Here, we'll cut that one in half. Here, put it in the jar. All right. So there you have it. They are in here. We'll see where the roots develop, and then we'll put them in soil. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time now going through and taking more cuttings, because I want to just fill up. I just want to see how many I can propagate. I just want to go crazy, just crazy. So I'm going to fill it up. And then I have 3 other varieties that I actually planted in the ground. I'm in zone 8B, and I've read many things that indicate these boys are cold hardy down to zone 8, so zone 8 to 10. So I'm testing that out in the ground with a few of them that I'm going to mulch, but I'm going to take some cuttings to propagate, so if they don't come back next spring, then I have plans to replace them. And either I'll just continue to do that if they grow well, is each year I'll just propagate a few and just keep growing them in the ground so I have more patio space. But you know what? That's something we can think about another time. All right, so why don't we give it a couple weeks, and then we'll check back and see how the roots are developing. So we're standing in my greenhouse. It's an unusually warm October weekend here in the Pacific Northwest. Puyallup adjacent, if you know where that is, or if you can pronounce it, who knows. But you'll recall at the beginning of this video, we talked about propagating Brugmansia. Very easy item to propagate, and propagating in water. And I mentioned, you know, give it a couple weeks and you'll have roots. But you know what? It's been 6 days. 6 days. I came home from work last night, and this morning I came and checked it out. Look at that. See all that white stuff? Those little white nibs? That's roots. Every single one of these. Every single one of these. I'm telling you, that's how easy it is to propagate Brugmansia. You've got to do that. I'm going to have like 70 of them. So I'm telling you, I would never steer you wrong at all. If you have an angel trumpet, a Brugmansia, and you would like more of them, or perhaps you just don't have the space to put the big pot up and store it over winter, take some cuttings, start them in water. I'm telling you, look, that is 6 days, and the roots are already starting to develop. Give it another week, you'll start seeing strands and strings. Every one of these that I check, that one is so eager to grow, the roots are above the water line. Wow, I am so excited about this little project that I'm doing. I hope that you can get excited too. All right, so I hope you found today's video helpful on propagating your Brugmansia, your angel's trumpet. Anyone can do this. All you need is a container, some water, and a cutting from your favorite Brugmansia. And you know what? Maybe that's not on your patio. Maybe it's on your neighbor's patio, your cousin's patio, your mother's patio, your kid's patio. Doesn't matter. Get yourself 6 inches, put it in some water, let that baby root. I can't wait to just get these all potted up over the next month or so. And likely they will end up, as I've mentioned, I'm going through the Master Gardener program here in Pierce County through WSU Extension. And I'm hoping that they will be welcome at the propagation group so that you can join us last weekend in April every year, where you can purchase one of these bad boys, the Charles Gribaldi. Amazing plant. Thanks for watching. Please share, subscribe, tell your friends. Until next time, happy gardening.